Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. Yours truly, Will, is in the building. And oh my, what's up, T Rock? What's up, Travis? What's going on with you?
What's going on? I'm back.
Back, back,
Get used to it. Get
Back.
used to it.
back in the saddle, baby. That's
Yes,
all
sir.
good stuff. Good stuff, man. How's your weekend been, man?
It was good, man. Got to play some golf. You know what I'm saying? And played a pretty challenging course. You know what I'm saying? And, for all intents and purposes, I didn't do too terribly bad.
Hey, I feel you. I feel
Yeah,
you.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, you made me tired.
I
When
was-
you told me,
Oh.
you made me tired. For real, for real.
Oh, yeah, man.
Man, we
Yeah,
already
yeah.
we already popping on her. Don't forget, guys. If you want to go ahead and support, go ahead, send stars, all that kind of stuff, content. Also, we got Coach P in the place. What's going on, man? What's going on with you, Coach?
What up?
He go ahead and gets me together with my male high stats and stuff like that. Let me see. He's already chimed. He's rocking and rolling. He's one of the top engagers. Big game Friday against Frederick Douglass. That's right. Huge game. Huge game. What's up, Coach? Coach Watson. Great win, man. Great win. Win for their Bulldogs. Came to play at Grayson County. So they did
Yes,
this thing. Coach B said, hey, Travis.
What up, Coach
See?
P?
Let me see. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and roll with those pick things. That's on y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Cause I pick male and I pick Ferdale, so I think I'm good with that. So it's all Gucci. So let's see. You know, today, let me put it this way. Today, the polls was released, so it's rocking and rolling. And I'm gonna say this. As of the start of the show, I thought we would have 10,000 members in the club. We are 9 members short of 10,000. So by the time this show is over, we'll have 10,000 in that group. And I'm going to say this big time from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you guys. Now we're going to need about 5,000. Y'all get over to the main page. Follow the main page. That's what we're going to need. Big time. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for the support, like I said. And also, if you want to know, in case you forgot where to find us, that is at Mark and Will Show. Pretty much everything. X, Facebook, TikTok, You Don't Stop, Instagram, YouTube. Right now, we're on X. We're on YouTube. We are on Facebook, giving you guys some good content that's gonna pop off big time. Let's see here. Oh, since I got you on here, Trav, what I gotta hit. You know what I always gotta hit. So let's go on and hit it right now.
That's good.
Some of
Let's
that
do it.
wrestling.
All right. So, I guess the only thing that's going on, I can speak to at this particular time would be WWE next pay-per-view Survivor Series War Games. And basically, for those who don't know what War Games is, it was actually a match that was created by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if y'all remember the bionic elbow, polka
Yes.
dots, and all that. Anyway, he
Right.
created a match called War Games, where that means you put 2 rings together, and then you put a cage around both of those rings. And then you have 4 to 5 people, teams,
Mhm.
at the top of the ramp. You put 4
Right.
of them in the cage, or whatever the count is, and 2 start.
Right,
And then it alternates who comes in next, right? And they determine by a match, at a later date, who comes in next. And when all competitors are in, that's officially when War Games really starts.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
have 8 to 10 people in there all wrestling at the same time, 2 rings, cage. It's pretty good, and the fact that Cody Rhodes is wrestling in a match that his father created is pretty cool.
That's good stuff, though, man. That's good stuff. Also, want to let you guys know, Travis posted a couple of videos out on the page, and I've never seen nothing like this. Not the amount, but we have Travis. When you get a chance, you need to hit the likes because you'll see. I mean, it's so many different countries that's represented with these likes that you when you click on it, you're gonna be able to see. Very impressive, very impressive.
Good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good,
A
man.
lot of
So,
wrestling fans out there, apparently.
what you say?
A lot of wrestling fans out there, apparently.
Oh, tons, tons, tons. So we're gonna definitely keep that going and all this kind of stuff like that. Let me see. I'm trying to answer this real quick.
Yeah, no
Get a,
worries.
it's raw and uncut, so we do things differently. All right, so let's go ahead and do it this way. Like I said it earlier, but make sure you guys get vote on these polls. These kiddos deserve it. Offensive, defensive players of the week. Please, please, please do that. On Wednesday, we will go ahead and reveal the winners. We also got an interview on Wednesday that's going to pop up, and it's going to be good. Big time. I can't wait. Trying to get somebody for tomorrow, but we'll see. Thursday, hopefully have a another great interview. So, we're just moving right along. It's playoffs time, and basketball is going about to start for high school, stuff like that. So we're going to kind of mix and match and get things like that going. So be on the lookout for that. You know, who you feel like talking about first? Do you want to go? I'm gonna let you pick tonight because NFL is gonna be late. That's gonna be the last thing. That's
Right.
it is what it is. Do you want to go college football? Do you want to go women's basketball, men's
Let's do women's basketball.
Who you want?
Let's do women's basketball.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and get it lined up real quick. All right, so yesterday we had the University of Louisville beat DePaul 81-74. And not on this particular game. This game, man, it kind of started bless you, kind of sounded kind of rocky. DePaul jumped out on Louisville real tough. And then Louisville kind of weathered the storm and tied it 29-all. Louisville had a 4-point halftime lead, then a 5-point at the end of the third. And then they ended up being 7. But, they did stretch out a little bit, but they could not bury DePaul. Coach Bruno's a hell of a coach. He knows what he's doing on that one. Real quick, I want to go ahead and do the stats real quick. Harris had 13 and 11, a double-double, only in 26 minutes. Cochran showed up and showed out in that second half, 21 points, 5 rebounds. Carey only had 7 points. Taylor only had 3, and Jefferson 4. Those are the new ones. Those are the transfer. Yes, they seniors and stuff like that. But playing in front of that young is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna mess up her name, man. Bulalul, whatever. I'm about to get Coach JP gonna have to teach me how to say her name. Off the bench, she had 4 points, all the free throw line. Mobley didn't score. Russell had 5. Rickards had 8 and 3. Well, 8 and 7 and 3. Love came off the bench, had 16 big points, man. Did a thing right there, 2 for 3. Did you get to catch any of this, man? Oh no, you was doing your Rich Rodriguez. I mean, not Rich Rodriguez. You was doing your Rodriguez and Palmer stuff, man.
Actually, we finished up around the time the game was around starting. So I was trying to watch. I missed maybe most of the first quarter.
Okay.
And I was trying to watch it on the way in and stuff like that. Then I try to catch up with it when I got in a little bit. So, but I did watch it. And like you was talking about the new ones, I think it's a combination of playing at the Yum. They're probably playing in front of more people than they've ever played in front of before.
Right.
And playing a style of basketball that he's requiring you to play.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because, wherever you was at before, ain't this.
Not at
That's
all.
why you're here. That's why you're here. You know what I mean? So I think you know my girl Taylor. I think I didn't see it was kind of I didn't see the game coming to her. I think she pushed a little bit too much, a little bit,
Yeah,
but
yeah. She tried
you
to
know what I
force
mean.
some stuff.
But I'm gonna tell you, I really like Ricards. I think she did a really good job. You know what I'm saying? She's really athletic.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She put up some decent numbers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And Olivia's gonna do her thing. A 4 year starter, she's got to do her thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
No, and you know what? The thing about Ricketts though, she's done played against South. She done played against South Carolina. You know the SEC. She done
uh,
been around big. You know what I'm saying? Crowds and stuff like that. And I think that's gonna pay dividends. And I wouldn't be surprised if before the end of the season she'd be in that starting lineup.
yeah,
Somebody's probably
yeah, I
gonna
agree.
probably come up out of there.
Yeah,
You know that's not no knock because, like you said, Taylor is a scorer. We know that. Uh,
yeah,
Kiki Jefferson also, but you're just gonna have to calm down a little bit. Carrie, she played in the pack. You know what I'm saying? Pac 12 or used to be Pac 10,
right,
whatever. But the demand of playing for like it's really gonna be hard for your point guard, especially her with Jeff Walls, because
right.
he's not gonna take that. You know, he's gonna want to look a
Yeah,
certain way. And thank God she's got more than 1 year though.
exactly, exactly. And I think I saw a lot of promise in Istem Boogaloo or however you
Yeah,
say it.
I
I
have
saw
no
a
idea.
lot of promise. Yeah, I have. I see a lot of promise in her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I kind of see what they saw, and if they cultivate that, boy, she's gonna be tough.
Yeah, she's gonna be tough. She's gonna be tough, and hell, they just found out Friday before the first game that she was eligible. So it's got to work out some
Yeah.
kinks. But she's gonna be nice, and she's gonna compliment Cochran. Actually, have somebody else
Oh
to
yeah.
come in there and really, if Cochran improved her condition and outside mid range jumper, you can put both of them in there if you need to. And I
Oh,
think
for sure.
I look forward to that, and that should be a good one though. But hey, congratulations to win. The funny thing is, the poll came out today. They're 2-0 and they dropped 2 spots. I, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna be quiet. Kentucky ladies won. They won Saturday. They played the 82 to 54 over South Carolina upstate. We know they in South Carolina. They was
And it's
led. Go ahead. What you say?
like I said, and they're upstate.
Mills. You can say anything. You can say anything you want to. Patty led them with 19 points, 9 rebounds. Jenkins had 5 points, 4 rebounds. Tyler had 8 points. Miles 10 points, 4 assists. Sure, I don't know, I mess up her name. I think she's a transfer from Oregon. I think she's from the state of Kentucky though. She had 12 points, 3 steals, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Um, this to me, I'm gonna really, really I'm gonna really, really dissect this. Their team because Matthew Mitchell had Kentucky rolling,
That he did.
and I still don't know what happened with that. You know what I'm saying? Because he disappeared on the face of it. I don't know if it's health condition or whatever, but he just vanished. And I mean, he was rolling.
Right.
So to me, they have not captured that yet. You know what I'm saying? Back to that. And he had him at an elite level. Not saying that LZ cannot do it, but we'll see because as the season goes along and as they play some good teams, we're gonna find out real quick. And then how short is that leash? Because
Right.
she's been there 3 years now, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's really gonna be Travis. It's really gonna be this. It's gonna be. We're gonna find how much the University of Kentucky cares about the women's program. Because if you continue to let this mid seasons, basically, you know what I'm saying, basically 16 and 14 or 17 and 12. If you're okay with that and you really don't care about the program, then she stays.
Right. Right. Now. Now, is it coaching or recruiting or both?
The difference I've seen is definitely recruiting and styles. I mean, she might do it. She probably does a little press and stuff like that. But Mitchell had them ladies going, pressing, and You know, they
Right.
was, even though Louisville was taking care of business, they was giving them headaches. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
took some bit. I mean, they was pressing nonstop. He had like about 4 guards out there, and and it was exciting style. And I'm not
Right.
saying it's
Yeah.
not exciting style, but I'm gonna have to little dissect a little bit more so I can just really put my hands on it and see what's going on. But it's a difference. It's a difference. And then you're gonna have to win the transfer portal. Like everybody has to win that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You have to, not everybody can get the number 1 player, the number 2 player, 3 player, stuff like that. So what you gotta do? The transfer portal. And they lost some people who transferred out too. So we'll see what's up with that. And UConn went down. We already know LSU went down. UConn went down yesterday against North Carolina State. So, everybody thought North Carolina State was going to fall off.
Nope.
They beat them by like 10 points or so. So they,
Tough.
yeah. So we're going to see. We'll see what's going on with that. Let's go to college football. Then we'll come back to that home run hitter of Louisville basketball. Okay, let's do that because I don't even want to. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so we'll start off with our daily dose of Colorado. We got a lot of people who likes Colorado, because of Prime, and I'm a Prime guy. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Florida State, that's my guy. But
Right.
they taking on the chin again. The whole thing now is 2 things. Will they make it to a bowl? I think they got the win with the next 2 games to even make it to the bowl. Now, don't get me wrong. They only won, 1 game last year or something like that, so he's already done surpassed that. But it's a lot of haters out there. They want to see this dude fall because they don't like, the way Deion comes across. But I don't think they're going to make a bowl. I don't. I mean, 34-31, I think the last second field goal. And we posted on the page today, if you Texas A&M, do you try to come get him? And somebody was talking about, well, he ain't gonna go because his son. Man, it's called transfer portal. They can transfer as many times they want to. I think. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because my understanding is you can transfer once, but you can also transfer again if there's a coaching change.
well,
So
if he
that's
leaves, that's a coach's change, right?
Yep, exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Uh,
But if you Texas A&M, when you go, because my thing is this: how many people are good coaches, are established coaches, is going to come down there? Now we know they got a ton of money because of Jimbo Fisher. His his buyouts like $78 million,
yeah,
and they
exactly.
care. So I'll let you
Nope,
know what kind of
yeah.
money they playing with down there.
Exactly. No.
Who
I
would you
don't
go
think-
for? What
I don't
kind of
think-
coach would you go for then?
I think. Well, let me go back because I think what Prime is going to bring, he's definitely going to bring, is Louis.
Oh yes, he does. He takes it everywhere.
Yes, he does. He's definitely going to bring some air of excitement and things like that. The same thing he brought to Colorado,
Right.
but I don't know if that's going to work in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, he's already, he's got good kids coming in the program. Has already lost a wide receiver because he does not even sure if he's even going to be there by the time he gets there.
Well, true.
So I just don't know. Like, me personally, I would go for a Prime. I would go for. Now I don't know who's out there,
Right.
but I would definitely go for a coach that would enshrine a Texas A&M program. I don't know what that means, but I know it. But I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing with the Prime thing is that he's gonna bring talent with you, and period.
Right.
And Texas A&M rich tradition, but you
Right.
also gotta have a coach that's willing to get their head split by Nick Saban yearly. Once in a while you might beat him, you know what I'm saying? But are you gonna sustain that? So whoever you get is gonna have to embody that. Okay, we're playing against Alabama and trying to be number 2. And then if LSU's rocking, we got to try to be number 3. Then Texas and Oklahoma's coming too, right? So it's
Right.
like, it's so much. So my thing is that if you do lean towards or try to go to a prime, is because you're trying to basically get more talent, and they get talent. We know they get talent, and
Right.
you're swinging for the fences, and you're hoping that okay, they gonna stay, they gonna get the number one recruits, he's gonna do this kind of stuff like that. But stability, you probably need to go somewhere else. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you just never know. You know, he might want to go to pro when his sons go to pro. You know, people say, "Oh no, he doesn't," but you just never know. You just never know with that, and that's the risk that you would take. So let me go this way real quick. All right, let's Thursday night game. Thursday night game. We had Louisville squeak out a victory against Virginia, 31-24. You and I both was at that game, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. Not saying that Louisville's going to be in the college playoff or they're going to play for the championship, stuff like that. But you don't want Virginia knocking you out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? At home.
For sure.
You don't want that to happen. That's the whole thing. So they regroup, they got it together, and they won. And you know, sometimes you're gonna have stinkers, and you when you have stinkers, you gotta be able to win. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to win that one. What's your thoughts on this game, man?
I thought Virginia did a pretty decent job and very smart thing of the up tempo offense. Kept the our defense on their toes, off balance a little bit. Hell, they hardly ever half the time it looked like they hardly ever lined up.
Right.
So I think that was really smart because they knew if they let give the Louisville defense time, they was in trouble.
Right.
So let's hurry up, hike his ball, and get it moving. So I found that to be very telling. I also found out that Plummer's arm is garbage.
Damn.
Well, I mean, come on. Let's keep it 100. So you're gonna throw Amari Huggins Bruce's football? Took about 15 minutes to get there, and thank God he's so fast and he outran the other dudes by 10 yards. Otherwise, no telling who would have got that ball. You know what I'm saying? And then he had to stop for about 5 minutes to wait for it to get it, and then run into. I mean, come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on. So he is not a quarterback. He's a game manager, and I don't care. He's smart, he's intelligent, he's this, he's that, but he's not once ever said he's a good quarterback.
Well, the thing
You know,
about it is, kind of I agree with what you're saying because he has basically changed things. I think, like I said, with that Pittsburgh game when he was still trying to force in the rain and oh boy was having a horrible time, he's got a running game that he can lean on. Just lean on that, like you said. Let Jack Plummer just manage it. Don't hurt you or whatever. The defense was kind of off balance. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't their best outing against Virginia. You know that kind of stuff. So you know you win and advance, right? Survive and advance. So my thing is you got a biggie coming up against Miami noon on Saturday. Do you exercise the demons? Do you get rid of the demons? Because you remember the last time we was in a position to really play for maybe a championship or whatever, we went down there and we had an offside on the on the field goal and all that kind of stuff, and there go the dreams. Hopefully we'll take care of business, but the thing about it also, to me, I think success would be them getting to Charlotte to play against Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to win Saturday, but look, let's go ahead and take. We never played for the conference championship, so that's a biggie right there for me, man. And I hope that they take care of business. Taking care of business, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This right here, this, you know what? Alabama 49, Kentucky 21. This, it really wasn't that close.
It really was.
It really wasn't that close. I'm tired of, Stoops talk. He always bringing up different stuff. Basically, if I had money, I can, NIL, I can do this and do. Stop it, dude. I mean, you know what? Had a nice run. Had a nice run with the
Yeah.
offensive line and defensive linemen, all that kind of stuff. I just don't know how much longer this cat's gonna be there. Not because they're gonna get rid of him, no, because they like, hey, we like going 8-4 and 7-5 and that kind of stuff, and maybe once in a while 9-3 because it's something that schedule allows
Right.
that to happen because they have all these wins and only have 3 wins in the conference.
Oh yeah, perennial Music Bowl champions.
Right, right. So to me, maybe Iowa opens up. He go back. That's where he played. Maybe he'll go
Right.
back there. I saw somebody said, well, he didn't say. He was just saying like somebody like Stoops with his contract will make sense for Texas A&M. And I hurry up and fire like I know you're not talking about Stoops. You know what I'm saying? For Texas
I like
A&M.
that.
No.
Good
But
point.
I can see maybe Iowa slug out, boom, 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 something like that, because they don't care, man. They done had horrible offensive for past 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, Kentucky in itself, especially the fan base, it's like and the football team is playing well, the football team's jack, and then as soon as stuff like this happens, well, it's basketball season, so I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they know deep down in their hearts that they don't have a good football team. You know what I'm saying? I told a buddy at work, I said, look, man, y'all guys started the SEC. Y'all have started this thing since 1933
Mm-hmm.
and ain't done nothing since 1933. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you have to, cross over. And he agreed. He agreed with me. But at some point, because he doesn't like Stoops anyway, he wants Stoops to leave.
Yeah.
He's tired of living in mediocrity because and then the argument is, well, you weren't here when we were losing in all those games. I don't care. We're still. I don't care. We're not winning now. You're not winning the
Yeah.
games that matter. We're not. We're just going to go back down to Nashville, go to the Music City Bowl. Everybody's going to be happy. We're going to see about winning that game, and then we're going to pay this man $6 to $8 million to come back and do it again.
Wow. Yeah.
Best job in college football.
Yeah. Well, the worst thing can happen is when you do have a Brom come at your rival, and all of a sudden you see it on Monday night, like at halftime of this show, you'll see where Louisville is like ranked in the top 10 in the playoff thing in his first year.
Sure.
And people say, well, the schedule. It is what it is. We can't change the schedule and stuff like that. Now I do give Stoops credit because he's been bashing Florida, but that lets you know Florida really ain't been nothing for a while now. I hate to say that, but it's true. They always beat up on Vanderbilt. I mean, who doesn't? You'll get South Carolina or you'll get Mississippi State, which they just fired their coach in his first year. God bless him. Hell, he took over because their coach died. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, what are y'all doing? Like, give that man a grace, spirit. Like, you at least owe him another year. I mean, he's not that horrible, is he? But, it is what it is. But, I mean, I can see them getting tired. I mean, it is what it is. The true football fans. The ones who only likes it when it's a party.
Right.
They don't care. They don't
Fair
care.
weather. Fair weather fans.
Yeah, they don't care. All right, let's go ahead and hit this real quick. Kentucky beat Texas A&M Commerce 81-60. We know it's in Texas. Is that like the drive-through window at Texas A&M? I mean, what? Like, really?
It's the JUCO across the street.
Damn. I mean, really. But the thing about this is, they need them big men to come back very, very soon.
And they know that.
Very, very soon. Because he only played 7 players. Mitchell had 18 and 8. Edwards has 16 and 7. Dillingham had 12 and 4 assists, 5 rebounds. DJ Wagner only had 11 points. Reeves, I don't know how much money they gave him, but I know it was probably millions. He had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Because if he wasn't on this team, my gosh.
Right.
Shepard only had 3 points in 29 minutes. So they need Bradshaw. They need that foreigner that they got from wherever he came from, who's supposed to be, they need that bad because this is not going to survive.
Right.
This is probably not going to survive tomorrow when they play Kansas.
Right, and you just better hope that that when these guys come back, they're going to make some kind of impact. Because I
Yeah.
personally don't think Bradshaw's going to make that big of an impact when he comes back.
No, I don't think so either.
He ain't played the college ball, and he's a real thin. Now I can't speak to the other guys. I've never seen him play. You know what I mean? So, but they just better hope that these guys can come in and do what they do.
Yeah, it needs it because otherwise, when's the last time you see them like 16? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Early. Normally they'll start them up in the top 5 and then they'll fall back or come back or whatever like that. But yeah, some missing pieces on that. Speaking of missing pieces, Lord have mercy. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Thank goodness I was at our former high school football game. I didn't really get to see this. I saw some clips of it, which I'm so happy that I only saw some clips and things. Chattanooga, choo-choo, 81, DeVille 71. My whole thing is this. Are you guys shocked? Like, UMBC is not the same team that beat Virginia a couple of years ago or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? They ain't the same team, and that was a struggle, and you gave up 93 points, right? To me, for them to only give up 81 points is probably a win-win because Chattanooga was better than the 4 initial, right? So it's like, what is going on? Real quick, your guy Brandon, BHH, 6 points, 14 boards. Evans, they can't even keep him in the game because he gets taken to school. 2 points, 3 rebounds. James, 17 and 5. Not a bad 4 for 6 3-pointers. Mr. Clark, 12 points, 4 turnovers, 4 assists, 2 steals. Trey White, 17 points, 8 for 9 free throws, 6 rebounds. JJ has 7 points. Johnson only had 4, and Williams had 6. Please help me. Why is people surprised? Because at the end of the day, this team does have talent on the team. So if you got talent, that means it's coaching.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Please help me understand. What's your thought on this game, man?
You said it perfectly. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Nice guy. Got to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, he is. I watched most of that game.
Okay.
And then the 2 guards eating them alive.
Oh,
These dudes couldn't miss either, right?
That's what I heard.
They couldn't miss. Like they could, and we couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. And it was like they were on fire. But I also listened to some of that press conference afterwards. The one he was like a half hour, 45 minutes late to. And not once did I hear him say, I messed up. It's always, I'm trying to teach them. They need to play with more confidence.
Okay.
They need to do this. They need to do that. Not once did he say, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to get them better prepared. I need my leaders to step up. That's all he kept saying. It's like, shut up. You are the leader. You are the leader. You don't need your leaders to step up. Your leaders are on the floor. They're doing what they do. You are the leader. You need to step up. Take accountability for everything that goes on that floor and quit saying, I'm trying to teach them or they need to do this. They need to do that. It's about you're playing on what's in front of you. I'm tired of that stuff.
Right.
And if you haven't established that by now, then you need to go.
Right.
I'm sorry, I got a little emotional.
No, I love it. I love it because the end of the day, man, when I'm watching them, it's like we're back at Shawnee Park playing. I don't know what sets he's running. I don't know he's supposed to be the big man whisperer at Kentucky. I guess that was a lie. You know, you're just like rolling the ball out at the gym. Here, go ahead. Let's go. And then on defense, for you to give up 93 points and then 81 points. Come on, man. And you have enough talent, on there, but talent can only take you so far when you're not coach and you don't have the fundamentals. It's a total disgrace. And I'm with you. If you don't know, like these kids, most of them maybe don't know Louisville, okay, and probably do because of Rick, because they were still born, so they know what that looks like. So you ain't got to go always stretch back to Denny, because they ain't gonna know Denny. I'm sorry, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Let's say YouTube, but they know Ricky P. But my thing is this: you are constantly preaching culture. I need everybody. And I said this the last time I talked about them. Not everybody's meant to be a head coach. Not everybody can be a head coach. You have to be, you got to know what you're doing. And you're out there
Right.
I'm not saying you got to yell and all this stuff, but you got to give directions. You got to let them know, hey, and then consequences for you not following what I need. You know what I'm saying? You got into it with one player who just got her, and he ain't seen the floor since. And he's probably, and I'm not saying he's gonna be your best player, but I'm pretty sure he can contribute more than some of these other dudes. But he ain't seen the floor because y'all got into it. Because he's like, dude, I ain't even playing the exposition. Like, what is wrong with you? I didn't come from California to do this type stuff, right? So some people are meant to be assistant coaches.
Right.
Some are recruiters. Maybe that's your cup of tea. But I don't know, maybe hell, this is the time you say, hey, this is over. This is done. Nolan, we're gonna give you an opportunity to do interim. We're not saying we're gonna hire you. It's gonna be like David Padgett. We're gonna give you opportunity. So when we go get somebody, you can say I got coaching experience underneath my belt. Because I now know why he went to try to coach CB or whatever he was, the G League. Because he's been around coaches.
All right, good ones.
He pillow talking probably was like, hey, baby, I just can't do this. Like, you should see this mess.
Right.
I love him. He's like my uncle. But sometimes your uncle just can't get things right. Exactly. And sometimes you got to say, bye, uncle. I'm out of here. And Josh, hey, babe, this is the writing's on the wall, because I'm going to tell you now, real quick before we go to NFL, guys. We definitely going to get to NFL real quick. But I just want to say this real quick. You got Coppin State. 0-3. You don't need to beat them by 20 at the end. You need to be dominating them from the get-go. But I don't think they will.
Nope.
That's the bad thing about this, bro. And then on the weekend, on Sunday, you have a team called Texas, and you're playing them in the Garden. That's gonna be a mess.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it. I was having a good time.
And when you lose, you're going to have to play the loser of Connecticut or Indiana.
Oh, God. It's even going to get worse.
Yeah, so, hey, we're done. Go ahead.
I just embellish on what you were saying. Gap, I was listening to the radio the other day, and I can't remember who said it, but they put it perfectly. It said, moving from the second chair to the first chair, it's pretty good. But when you're trying to move from that fourth or third chair to the first chair, something totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. You talking about a guy who moved from that third and fourth chair to the first chair, and now he's, it's almost like he's trying to figure it out on the fly. So
can't do it. It's a mess. It's a hot mess, and it's this.
It's not gonna win the basketball game. Sorry,
man. Go. Everybody wants. I'm seeing all these names and stuff like that. Until you get this under control or whatever, man. And I know he probably don't want to do this, but he loves Louisville, man. Go get Scotty D, man. Tell him come from Bellarmine to come up here, man.
For real.
This, at least we'll know the boys will be coached.
Don't
Let
get
me
coach.
be coach. You know what I'm saying? All right, NFL, man. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Y'all know what the deal is. Let me scoot this down a little bit if I can. All right. Let's see. Let's start. Got a game actually that's going on right now. Right now. We got the Broncos and the Bills. The Bills 8-point favorite. Right now they're in a dogfight. It's 9-8. The Broncos leading. And they started the game off Bills with two straight turnovers, basically. Like, I mean, are you here today? Are you here today? And see, this is what scares me about the Bills. Everybody like Josh Allen. And don't get me wrong, the interception he threw went off the guy's hand, stuff like that. But you didn't give Dak break, so I'm not giving him a break either. It's still an interception. It is what it is. But bless you. We just never know. We just never know what we're gonna get with them. I know everybody wants to push them in the front of the line and try to make them, because they done had good, solid games against KC. And so, hey, they're going to be the next, and you're not. You're really not to me. What do you think about this game? Just give me a quick synopsis of this game. What do you think is going to play out?
I think the Bills are probably still going to win this game. Broncos, as far as I'm concerned, are still not a great team. Um, Russell Wilson has flashes, but he's not the Russell Wilson of old. So
Mm-hmm.
I make it sweet and simple because I don't like the Broncos.
Well, we know. I'm going to say this. He takes it on the chin a lot, probably more than he should. Because if you look at his stats overall, he's been
He's got
doing
good
like,
numbers.
yeah, good numbers. And really, when you think about them, you're not gonna. When you see his numbers, you're gonna be like, oh, nah, that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Right, exactly.
but we
Exactly.
know that it's a team effort and all this kind of stuff. But I will say this: the scary thing is, not because they beat Kansas City, but as the season goes along and they get a little bit confidence, you ain't gonna want to play them because they're gonna be a tough out. Everybody remember that they gave up 72 or whatever, 70 points to Miami. Yeah, okay. I mean that sucks, but I don't think they're gonna be giving up 70 anymore. That kind of stuff
Right,
like
that ain't
that.
gonna happen. No.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, there was a lot of meetings after that game. But I'm with you. I think the Bills will definitely prevail. Right now, update is 12-8 with 45 seconds left. If the Bills lose this game, hey man, hey, I'm coming for Allen. I'm sorry. Because
Yeah.
because he's my fantasy quarterback.
Oh
I'm just keeping it real. Keeping it real is what we do. On Thursday night, don't forget, I know it seemed like about 2 weeks ago, but Thursday night we had the Bears and the Panthers, and I only know probably two people who watched this game.
Yeah.
Because they're Bears fans, and I get it. Stop the madness with the pageant and this kind of stuff like that. If you Tyson Paget was 20 for 33, 162 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. Foreman had 80 yards, 1 TD. Bryce Young 185, zeros across the board also. Miles Sanders, I'm just going to say this just because he was their big splash as far as running back. 2 carries, -5. Like, this was a rock fight. This was a rock fight. Like I said, only people really care about that if you are fans of theirs, because I definitely didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm thankful I was playing golf.
No. This was Thursday. Was you playing golf
Oh,
Thursday too? Yeah.
hold on. What was it? Yeah,
You was at the Louisville game.
was a thing. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what though. I saw an article and I did not read it, and I meant to. I meant to go back, so I caught it at work about somebody saying that the Panthers roster is not being built correctly or something like that. And I wanted to dive a little deeper. So, but other than that, man, this should not be on TV.
Yeah, they should have flexed out of that one, but I guess if they probably like, no, keep it there, keep it on Prime. We don't
Yeah.
want this on Fox and all this other kind of stuff like that.
It's in Illinois and North Carolina.
Well, and I'm also gonna say this for the ones who's talking about, yeah, we Badger, whatever. We gonna have him starting quarterback and that kind of stuff. Those are the people who just don't want Fields because dude's not like that. Dude's not good. That means you're still gonna be drafting a quarterback no
Right.
matter what. That's not good. Another rock fight. This time it happened in Germany. Let me get this look a little bit better. So you had the Patriots lose to the Colts 10-6. Man, it is what it is. I mean, Belichick and I talked about this before, man. I mean, you can't force him out because he don't won so many championships. But
Right.
geez, bro, step away, back away from the table, do whatever you gotta do, bro. Like this is nasty.
Downright embarrassing. He's messing with his legacy.
Yeah, yeah. I know he didn't give two shits last year when he had the defensive coordinator, Patricia, who's been his defensive coordinator. He left. He got a cut with the Lions.
Yeah.
Hey, come back to the staff. Oh, I'm gonna be no. You got to be offensive coordinator. Never done it, and you made him the offensive. That means we don't care. We don't give a shit. So to me, Mac Jones got benched at the end. Zappy, to me, I thought Zappy played better than him last year, to be honest. But people don't want to admit when they're wrong and all this kind of stuff, right? So just go ahead and start Zappy, man. And Mac Jones, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna you just probably be a number 2 for the rest of your life because I really don't see it.
Right.
I really don't see it. And if you go and trade for him, you really don't care either.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you just said. I woke up and watched some of this game, man, and I was like, I should just go back to sleep. This was the most boring game I've ever seen. It really was, man. I was excited for some early morning football. I was like, all right, here we go.
Right,
I was
right.
like, when I saw it was playing, I was like, okay, well, we'll see. And then I was like, I'm going back to bed.
Right,
I'm going
right.
to take a little nap. Shoot, this is terrible.
That was a
So,
mess.
yeah, it was a terrible thing.
Hey, Michelle, you remember Michelle?
Yeah.
Michelle from Indiana. Yeah, hey, Will. Hey, Michelle, it's Trav on here too now. Quit playing. But
Right.
she's a Bears fan, so she watched it. So only people who thought that game was probably well, the Bears fans and the Panthers fans got to be happy because this was really the shit show. This was the biggest rock fight. This was a boulder fight because there's nobody. I mean, and then you got to think most people who watch this, if you're not a fan, because you love football and fantasy.
Right.
I mean, otherwise you're not watching this. I'm sorry, you're
Right.
not. It's god awful. I mean, I'm not even reading the stats on him. That's how bad it is. Like I don't even want to talk about that no more. Like get that off the screen. Oh, wow. Look at her. The Texans 30, the Bengals 27. Higgins didn't play for them, but Chase did. And then you got Joey Buckets.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, CJ Stroud, man, dude's
Wow.
nice. He's nice, man. To go up in Cincinnati, get this win, come back. Cincinnati came back and tied it, kind of similar to last week when Texas came back. And they're not like this burly. Like they're not only this. They're beating teams, but they're not like this, like 10-9. Like they're like scoring with you. And I had Texas on something else out that I do because I wanted the points. I didn't think they was gonna get that win, but woo-wee, man, very impressive. Real quick, the box scores on them. CJ Stroud, oh my gosh, 23 for 39, 356 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Singletary, running back, had a hell of a game. That's the one who came from the Bills. 30 carries, 150 yards, 1 TD. Noah Brown, who couldn't catch a code for Dallas, had 7 catches, 172 yards. Lord, Dalton Schultz, another one, 4 receptions, 71 yards. Goodness gracious. Joey Buckets was 27 for 43, 47, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Mixon only 46 yards, 1 TD. Man, was you shocked when you saw this, man?
Kinda. You know what I'm saying? Again, so, we talk about the whole daggone show. That, I was playing golf, but I caught some of this game on the turn, right? So when we went to go play the other 9, guys in the clubhouse were watching it, and I caught some of this, and I caught that pass from to Chase when on the run. I was like, that was a beautiful,
Yes.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah,
So I was just like, oh, they are destined to win this one. I mean, that was nice. And then I saw the score. I was like, really? Really? I said, Stroud is balling then because they looked like they were poised to win this game.
yeah.
And so, but uh, as well as the Texans have been playing, and the Bengals, quite frankly, they've been quite mid. Although they won what 4 in a row or something like that.
Bounce
You
back a
know,
little bit.
yeah,
They-
yeah. And I mean, so yeah, it's not surprising, but I'm glad Shroud is actually playing as well as he is. To be quite honest.
I'm so happy for Coach Ryans
Oh
because
yeah,
once he gets the personnel for that defense, it's gonna be humming. And
yeah,
they know they got their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They got that.
yeah,
And once you know you got your quarterback, it makes everything better. Right. It
yeah,
makes everything
yeah.
better. So, and Tank Dale, little receiver. I mean, hey, very impressive, man. Continue to do
Very
your
much so.
thing. Big time. All right. Steelers 23, Packers 19.
2 mid teams, great.
Um I think I have nothing.
Oh, that's not like you.
I have nothing. I mean, because it's like two, like you said, mid teams, and it's like they probably are the weakest. The Steelers is probably the weakest 6-3 team. I mean, you look at we're 6-3. Yes,
Yeah,
you do got 2 good wins, but they're against your rivals. You know what I'm saying? But you know Baltimore, you know Cleveland. What's this gonna look like when you go on the road to play them?
right.
That's my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Because the Packers is awful, awful.
Awful.
I mean,
Yeah,
and Kenny
yeah,
Pickett is awful.
yeah. So it's
They need
just
a new quarterback. They need
a
a new
whole lot of
quarterback.
awfulness going on.
They need a new quarterback, bro. Like for real, for real. And yeah, hey, you gotta win. You know what I'm saying? It seems like every home. It seems like every game's at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
but the Packers, hey, dude, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who's in trouble.
Who's that?
Their coach, because you supposed to have been another one of these geniuses and quarterback. Like this was a quarterback that you helped select. Dude is not that good.
It's really not.
Not that good. And that's an issue. That's the issue. And I knew it was an issue when they was actually in the game and trying to drive to win the game. I was like, that speaks a lot for Steelers.
Oh God.
Yeah, that speaks a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking a lot, Bucks 20, Titans 6. Can we put away the Will Levis's pom poms? Can we do that? I understand that went to Kentucky and really had an average 2-3 years there anyway. He had one good year because he had a wide receiver that's in the league, Mr. Robinson. I'm sorry, we seen it before. We seen Tim Couch had Coach Yeast.
Yeah.
2 yards, he's gone 90. It makes a difference when you got that game changer. You can just fling it out here, Travis, and Travis is going 80 yards, and all of a sudden I threw for 400 yards, and I just really threw it 4 times to him, and he got all them yardage. That's what happened with Levis. Yeah, well, he got his rocket arm. That first game was very impressive. I will say this. But there's something about when you put something on tape. This is NFL. They're going to see what you're good in and what you're not. Dude was 19 for 39, 199, 1 interception, sacked 4 times. Derrick Henry, y'all should have had and traded him. 24 yards. I mean, he's just, goodness gracious. Please. Baker. Your guy, Baker Mayfield. 18 for 29, 278, 2 TDs, 1 interception. White had 51 yards rushing. Mr. Evans. See, this is another one. This is what I'm saying. Like, when you got them dogs, Evans, 6 catches, 143 yards, 1 TD, and everybody know he's got to go to you. And you can't stop him because dude is big and he's fast. And he's fast. So let's put the Will Levis hats down and pom poms and
Hold on,
Relax.
let me ask you this. Let me
Go
ask you
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
What do you think about the Titans' offensive line? Just, just
The same way I think of Titans, period. Garbage. I mean, everything. I mean,
well,
don't get
the
me
reason
wrong.
why I say that is because that was the Will Levis thing when he was at Kentucky. Offensive line is garbage, so he couldn't do what he could do.
But the
But if
difference
you give
is,
any quarterback time, they can do well.
also no, my fault. The difference is this is that don't get me wrong. There's some horrible lines in the NFL, but these are grown men that's getting
No, no,
paid. No,
exactly.
no, I'm see what you're saying. No, you're right. So, as much I'm saying, to me, I just think the Titans are garbage. Period. I mean,
I
verbal.
mean, I
This
do too, but
he's just
that's
there.
the argument. You know what I'm saying? That is the argument.
Okay, well, that's Tannehill's argument too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Put
exactly.
him
Yeah,
put him back in there once his ankle or whatever. You know, what I mean, because he was winning games even though it was ugly. So yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I'm agreeing with you, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like now we're reaching. Now we're reaching. You
Exactly,
know,
exactly.
you was able to throw for 199 yards. You threw the ball 39 times. So it's not like you. I mean, you got sacked 4, but hell, Baker got sacked 3. So that's not odd in today's football. So
And,
put the pom poms down. Oh my gosh. This game right here, the Browns 33, the Ravens 21. This. You know what? The Ravens had controlled this game throughout, except fourth quarter. And as much as people, we want to praise, you want to do all this kind of stuff. Lamar. We 13 for 23, 223 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. My gosh, 106 yards rushing as a team. Zay Flowers, 73 yards. They just couldn't hey, hats off to the Browns, man, because
yeah,
they just couldn't put them away, bro. I mean, this is an impressive win to go to basically get choked out and get up like the Undertaker and still maybe to rock and roll. But I would say this: I mean, like I said, love Lamar to death, but dude, ball security. I mean, some of them interceptions is just flinging a ball like you can't. You've been in the league too long
right,
to be doing the same stuff, bro. I mean,
right.
everybody know you're extremely talented and all that kind of stuff. But you come on, man. You got help, and I would say, people like, well, he got wide receiver. Yeah, he does. I love Zay Flowers. I think OBJ is not the OBJ that we used to. So you got a lot of older receivers too that's been established. So I'm thinking I like that they let him throw it, but you're gonna have to get some younger studs receivers. But you making the decisions though. You gotta do better than that, man. I mean, woo wee, because this is another game that some of your play kind of was costly on this.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see any of it, but just kind of keeping up with it while we were out there. But yeah, ball security has always been an issue with him, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He hardly ever just takes the ball and tucks it. It's always out looking loose in his hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been a thing for him. Now, I can't speak to the game because I didn't watch it, but it was before. I was just my understanding that they were winning the game and then they lost the game.
Yeah,
So
well, 30 well, the first touchdown in the fourth quarter put them up 31-17. Then that was a wrap.
that's wow,
Then they got outscored 16-0
wow.
at Baltimore. So, wow. Wow is right. Wow is right. But yeah, Lamar, you got to do better than that, bud, because you still going to take it on the chin because they still going to rock and roll with you. Speaking of on the chin, 49ers beat a good Jag team at home, took care of business, got shook off that 3-game losing streak, went down there to Duval County and took care of business. I'm gonna say this, and McCaffrey didn't score a touchdown, which I know he's I think he's still tied for the most games with a touchdown in a row. Brock Purdy 296, 3 TDs. McCaffrey still had 95 yards rushing. Kittle had 116 yards, 1 TD. Even Debo Samuel sighting. He got a TD. Trevor Lawrence only 185, 2 interceptions. ETN do nothing, 35 rushing yards. Kirk 104. I'm just gonna say this. Great win, 49ers. Great win. Where is Calvin Ridley? Dude, my gosh, 2 catches, 20 yards. And then this is the thing. He was targeted only 3 like, y'all don't believe, like, what is going on with that dude? Because everybody just knew, that's that number one they need. Probably not.
Yeah, if that's the number one, yeah, throw it to him.
Yeah, more than 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take it.
I bet you would. We would too. I would definitely take him outside.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got to target the man more than 3 times, man. Come on, now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's puzzling. It's baffling.
Well, it was set up. This was set up for the 49ers, man. I mean, I felt sorry when I saw that they was coming off a bye. And I felt sorry for the Jags because I was like, they're not gonna lose off this bye. They done lost 3 straight. They done got the players back. They done got Chase Young now added to the mix too. I'm like, they get ready to go down there and do some, and they did some harm. They whooped that ass. They did. They whooped that boy. They whooped that trick. Whooped that trick. And that's what they did, boy. Man, they couldn't get out of, you know how they be having hot tubs? They couldn't get out of the hot tub quick enough. Oh, hell, no, I ain't come to watch this. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of this crap. Hey, yeah. Yeah, man. They, but hey, it is what it is, man. This is Any Given Sunday, and you did not want to face them Any Given Sunday. Vikings 27, the Aints 19. And you get the Aints back. Last week I said the Saints because I thought you deserved it. But hey, hats off to Dobbs, man. Hats off. This dude had won 2 games in a row. He done, don't even know the playbook and is doing his thing, man. I mean, he didn't even look this good at Tennessee. Like, when college. Dude is doing his thing. Like, he got some big time wins underneath his belt.
Right.
He done beat the Cowboys. He beat the Aints. Who was the last week they beat? Let me see. Because he had to come back. He had to step in because he wasn't even going to play. It was like he's not playing, because he don't even know the playbook. Dude said, I don't need to know the playbook. I'm going to do what I need to do. And so this, like I said, this is that guy, and I think he's a rocket scientist or some shit. Like, dude's very smart, dude. Like, in real life, he beat the Falcons. That ain't shit. But still, to do what he did in a short period of time, not knowing the playbook, I would say that, dude. Hey. And he's just he's driving the bus. He's got his wheels. He can run. They are 6-4. They are 6-4 in a conference that is only about 4 teams that you think that's probably legit playoff. Everybody else has a chance, and he's got them in the mix, man.
Yeah, man. It's interesting. It's just like. I don't. Apparently, you said apparently he's a smart guy and he's a very talented guy as well.
Right.
Because not knowing the playbook, you go in and it's just like essentially you're getting hiked the ball and you're just looking for an open dude. You know what I'm saying? And then that's don't know. You know what I'm saying? Where he's supposed to run. You know what I'm saying? Don't know about the timing issues or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling they probably, if he's that smart, they probably tell this dude, all right, here's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show while you sitting here. I'm gonna show you 3 plays.
Right.
These are the 3 plays we're gonna run. You know what I'm saying? And that way you can at least get an idea of where people's supposed to go. He looks at it, got it, goes out there and tries to execute what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's really impressive to be quite
Yeah, it
honest.
is. It is
really
extremely.
impressive. Now, whether he keeps it up, we'll see. But what he's doing right now is really unheard of, for real.
Right. And he's interviewing for a job.
True enough.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was in Arizona. They had Kyler Murray, you know what I'm saying? they won one game, but it wasn't because of him. You know what I'm saying? That they only won one game. So hey, very impressive on him. So big time. Let me see. Cowboys dismantle the Giants. You know, first of all, I saw this and I'm gonna say this. You know, somebody said, "Oh, you know, Cowboys they celebrate because they beat a third string quarterback." Was that Daniel Jones or Taylor, Tyrod Taylor? I know it's DeVito, but all three of them is third string quarterbacks, right? I mean, none of them are good. I mean, you know, they beat Daniel Jones 40-0. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying that the Giants is a bad team.
Yes, they are.
Extremely bad team. We're not going to talk about the stats. We're not going to do this. All I'm going to say is, Saquon Barkley, when they do not give you that check, just stay in the market and come to play for Dallas. That's it. Because the rest of them ain't nobody want. Period.
Agreed.
Period. We ain't even talk about that stuff. Cardinals 25. Wait a minute. I got look. I give the Aints several beatings. They ain't even play them. That lets you know how much I don't like the Aints. That I got them taking several losses, and it ain't even them. I just said, nah, it sounds good. They can go ahead and do that. They can take it on the chin. There we go. Cardinals 25, the Falcons 23. Kyler Murray's back.
Yeah.
And granted, that team, hats off to Gannon, ex-Cardinal, as the coach, because that team, you're still not going to want to play them, not in a tight situation, because Kyler Murray can win the game by himself. As much as he's a headache, as much as nobody likes him, dude is very talented. Much as he's really short, dude can still ball.
Yes.
The Falcons, if you're the Falcons, if you think you're supposed to be good and all this kind of stuff and want to improve, you got to win this game, right? Because you want to get in the playoffs. Hey, but hats off to the Cardinals, man.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, didn't get to watch any of it, but when I looked at all the scores, I was kind of shocked, but then I kind of realized it's like, oh yeah, he is back. So
yeah, makes a difference.
Yeah,
makes a difference. Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my! See, the great thing about the Lions, 41, the Chargers 38, is that they can beat you many ways. They can score with the best. They can score with the best. And I think they still got a little leakage in that defense because you're going to want to have to slow some people down because that's a lot of points. Even though you won, you gave up 38. But what's impressive is that, they go into LA, take care of business. But really, I don't think LA has a home field advantage because every time I watch them, I'm hearing it's a million other whoever they play. I saw the Steelers take over the stadium. I saw the Cowboys take over the stadium. Lions had a nice reputation. So it's like, do y'all really? I don't know. And their coach is bad. He's bad. It's too much talent on that team. Keenan Allen, like he's not going to be around that much longer. Like, dude's long in the tooth. Like Eckler is older too. Like you got some all pro type players and they aging. You're not going to have that window, and it's going to be a shame because Keenan Allen just don't walk through that door.
Sure enough.
Eckler does not just walk through that door.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, and it's kind of sad, to see the Chargers playing like this. I think a lot of that, as far as representation too, is I think there's still some people a little irritated about the San Diego situation.
True.
It's like most of their fans, so to speak, quote unquote, most of their fans are still there, and you know what I'm saying. So that's probably has a lot to do with that, But Lions are a hell of a football team this year, man, and they probably will be in the future.
Right.
Chargers, like I said, it's like at the beginning, I felt like the whole AFC West, most teams look great on paper.
Right. True.
But we're seeing the results. So
You really got to go ahead and just get rid of that coach, man. It's just too much talent on that team. And you made a good point because those San Diego Chargers ex fans or whatever, you know, it was a money grab. It was a money grab for them to go to LA. I mean, hell, you already competing with uh, the Rams, and you still got a lot of Raiders fans that travels
Exactly.
from there. And I mean, so it was strictly money grab. And
Exactly.
yeah, I hope that money gets you enough to go ahead and get rid of that coach. That's for sure. Seahawks 29, the Commanders 26. Always talk well about Coach Curl because I mean they always a physical team. They're gonna smack you in your mouth. They're gonna run the ball. And I'm gonna tell you what, this year's Commanders team, even though they 4-6, they are not a bad team. You know, they compete. Even though to me it's not really for Ron Rivera, I think he's out the door, ready to be out the door. Bieniemy's doing some stuff. I mean, they got some talent. I hate that they got rid of two of your defensive linemen. I mean, it's like, what is that? Like, you're still able to move. You win this game, you'd have been 5-5, right? So, but the Seahawks, man, they 6-3. You don't want to go up there and play them for a playoff game. They 4-1 at home. It is
It's
what
always
it
a hard
is.
place to play. Seems like it's always a hard place to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Last but not least, the Raiders 16 and the Jets 12. But I mean, another rock fight. Another rock fight. I hate to see. I hate to see talent. I hate to see talent like Adams. I mean, he had 80 yards, and you would thought they had 280 yards from him. That's how bad it is. Like this is. I don't. That was hard to watch last night.
I don't understand. First of all, you're talking about an organization from an executive coach standpoint that just basically blew up everything. You have a
Yep.
Jets team that came in with a pretty good defense. The defense is great. Offense is not great, but the defense is pretty fucking good. And you couldn't win the football game. I mean, what?
Yeah, you ain't got no quarterback.
What? I mean, yeah. I mean, we all know Zach ain't it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's not it.
I,
You know what
but I,
I'm saying? But you couldn't beat a team that has turmoil going on in the. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the team don't even want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't go in there and just beat them a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, I'm over. I'm over these. I'm over. I'm over.
well, my whole thing with the Jets is that Zach Wilson is what he is. So for you to think that don't worry about it, our defense is gonna win. Yes, defense do win championships, and defense, we love defense, but you gotta have somebody who can at least manage the game. Dude is real bad, man. I mean, it's no other way around it, man. He's real bad. I mean, it's not what it's saying. I mean, all their points came on field goals or something like that. Like, dude is real. All their points came on field goals. This is awful. This is an awful team, and they think, okay, well, we can just do enough, and hopefully Aaron can come. Aaron come back, he gonna lose his leg. Somebody's just gonna hit him. He's just gonna blow up right there on the spot. Poof,
Spontaneous combustion.
combustion. Poof. Like what? Where he going? Oh my gosh, he's not here anymore. Now let that old man ride, man. Let that old man ride. But for you to not, I mean, we see that. I'm not saying that Dobbs is gonna work with everybody, but hell, you could at least try to get him or try to pull Jameis Winston out of New Orleans. Something like, dude, you have to. Your quarterback, even though it can be a game manager, but he still has to be a threat somehow, some way. That you lost to the Raiders.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
I can't.
All right, before we get off here, I want to let everybody know, update on that score is 15-8. The Broncos over the Bills. And right now, the Broncos has the ball, 1st and 10 at Buffalo 48. If you lose this, man, I mean, for real, you got to start taking Allen and the Bills off your list. as power rank teams, stuff like that. You lose this game, you 5-5.
Yeah.
But see, you don't hear all that, right? You don't hear them noises, right? You let some other teams quarterback do that, and you try to kill him, right? So, but you want to go ahead and this oh no, he's a roo, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, man, we out of here, man. We done. Without a doubt. Hey, thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you, Trav. Once again, we'll connect up and do what we got to do. We had a lot of stuff that we went over. We got through it. Great, go workout. Get this out the way. But hey, man, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. We out. Peace.
It's 8 p.m. Crease. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.